press the cross button to start.
Smash the cross button to begin, because we're in EA Sports WRC. Going to be heading into the moments, into the one called a potential pace setter on Rally Pacifico. In our little Colin McRae car, in the R4 category, so all-wheel drive, fun little car. I used this one before on the channel. Really enjoy this one. I think it handles pretty well. Going to be going into a slippy and slidey course here. As we go into these braking sections, you know, there's going to be a few situations where we go into a heavy braking section. We're going to want to make sure we don't lock up our wheels because the engine's going to stall. And when it stalls, it takes a while to get back up and running. And then going through the hay bales, trying to keep it nice and straight. You can see it's a small little car, so going through that first set there, pretty easy to just thread the needle. And again, as we go into these tight little turns, they're again a victim of the understeer, but trying to keep a little bit of either throttle in while we're braking, or just blipping the throttle while we're braking to make sure the engine doesn't die on us. And I play with the ABS off. Maybe if you have the ABS on, it's not an issue. But definitely, if you let the engine die on you under braking, you're not going to get a good exit out of that turn. So that's my little tip and trick there, is to just either constantly have a little bit of gas under braking, or just kind of blip the gas periodically to prevent all four wheels from locking up and the engine dying. Here, this one kind of catches me out sometimes. I don't really expect it. You can kind of see I turn in a little bit too early, and I'm like, nope, no, wait. But then getting back on line, back on the gas, accelerating down the straight. This little upcoming section here, I like this little section. It's pretty fun, taking the racing line through here, avoiding smacking the bridge. And then as we go into the square right, on the throttle earlier than you'd expect, because you're going up a hill. So if you don't go early on the throttle, you're going to kind of just be shocked by how quickly your car loses momentum. So important to be early on the throttle on that little turn there. And then again, going into these straights, going to be going through the bales. This one's a little bit more difficult. So you can see getting ourselves chucked in. Got to get the steering early. You can see the way we whip it around that last section there. So we have to be turning left before we hit, you know, those last row of hay bales. So early inputs will get you through there. Again, long straight leading into a tight section. So big braking zone, and then trying to get good traction coming out of it for another straight section. So common theme here, long straight, tight turn, back into a long straight. So, you know, picking your braking points and getting good exit speed out of these turns is a key to this map. Which is, you know, again, a little bit, you know, easier said than done. It is quite a slippy course. We are in EA Sports where the car is all understeer. So, trying to get ourselves through here in the quickest way we can. Coming up to some blind turns here, you know, kind of got caught out a little bit there, but stayed in the throttle, stayed in it, didn't really lose too much time. Speaking of getting caught out a little bit here, off the jump, kind of lost control, but regained myself in the throttle the whole time. You know, when you're in the throttle, you control your own destiny, you know. Number one thing I can tell you, even if the situation looks dire, you know, you stay in the throttle. It's almost like a jet ski, these cars. When you're in the throttle, you have much better control about where your car is going to go. Into a nice little hairpin section there. Going to be going into the town. The town's a little fun section too. You can really use some of your momentum to kind of give yourself a natural Scandi flick as we go from right to left here. You know, you can kind of use the turn prior to give yourself a little natural Scandi flick. And again, lots of these tight turns. We are going to use the handbrake when we're feeling that we don't get enough rotation, possibly like here. And then this hairpin, don't focus too much on that left one, but focus more on the hairpin that's coming after it. And get yourself tidy and squared away. And we have a cool little single shot replay of the entire thing. So again, this kind of helicopter view, drone view, you can kind of see the lines going through these, try and keep them nice and tidy. There it turned in a little bit too early and caught the inside of that apex, and it just like kind of bashed me outside. But still relatively clean, a little bit wide in the exit, but we had a room to go wide. And then again, just these tight little turns into the long straights, and here kind of that natural Scandi flick situation, trying to use our momentum whenever we can. And out of the village, back into the jungle we go. This was a pretty fun one. This is a pretty quick one too. I only did one run on this, so not much video left. But fun little setup. I do like this little Colin McRae car. This course, it is a pretty fun one. Again, the name of the game on this one is those long straights and those tight turns. So right, picking a good braking zone into those tight turns and making sure we get good power out of those tight turns so we can get all the miles per hour that we can on the straights following. And then crawling up to the marshal, because the game just automatically brakes your car for you, so it's just a slow crawl to get up to that guy. Anyways, let's see how myself and Mr. J. Christ did on that run in the A Potential Pace Setter. Number 9 in the world. And I'll take that. I'm pretty happy with it. This was just a quick little in and out that I did. I don't want to spend all day grinding it. But yeah, fun little track, fun little car. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.